So according to your architecture class, we discussed a kernel is nothing but the combination of .exe files and .dll files. What is .exe files? Executable files, right? What are .dll files?
Dynamic
Dynamic link
library.
library files, right? What is the use of DLL files? Anyone?
It is used to communicate between software to
Hard-
application.
No.
Example printer, sir.
Okay, carry on.
Whatever the
Okay, we are okay. I'll try to convince. Okay, we are having system software and application software, right? System software means the operating system, whether your Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, whatever. The software, the first software which you install on the hardware, that is called as a system software. Yes. And application software means what? The software which you install on system software, just like your WhatsApp, MS Office, all these applications, whatever you install on your operating system are called as application softwares. To have communication between this application software and system software, we need DLL files, or dynamic linked library files. For example, if I give this, I'm having MS Word on my screen, right? And if I give print, okay, the printer is connected to this MS Office software? No, right? MS Office software is a system software or application software? Anyone?
Application.
Application software, right? Which you are installing on operating system. That is the reason we are calling it as application software. You say apps, app store. What is the meaning of app store? In that app store, do you get any operating system? No, all the applications only will get. So this application I am giving print, but this application is not connected to printer. So how? When I give print, the request will go to from application software to system software. That means operating system. That operating system is connected to that hardware, right? Operating system will tell your printer to give the print. So to have this communication, you need that .dll files. If you don't have that .dll files now, you won't get any print. This is one of the example. That's it. Okay. If you want to see .dll files, I'll show you. If you install any application, you'll get some .dll files in that. Dynamic link library files. If you go to your C drive program files, if I go here, and if you go to Internet Explorer, see .dll files. Internet Explorer is a application software or system software?
Application.
Application software. System software means only operating system was. Okay. See, if I go with MS Office, Microsoft Office, Office 12. See, all .dll files are there. Without this .dll files, your application software and system software won't be in communication. So this is what your kernel .exe files and .dll files, these are the heart of your software. Without this .exe files and .dll files, no software will work. Remember that. Okay. Kernel upgradation. Why we need to do the kernel upgradation? For example, if you take your architecture class, where is our kernel located according to your architecture? Anyone?
Application layer.
Kernel. So at application layer we are having kernel. And wait for a minute. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello. Class में फिर से call back करते हैं. Yeah. So at application layer we are having .exe files and .dll files. All your SAP software means your programs, reports, screens, menu options, everything at your SAP repository, right? My screen is visible to all?
Yes.
Okay. For example, this SAP repository contains some ATM technology. So when I started ATM technology, the first option is what? You can withdraw the money at the time of ATMs when they are started. After that, slowly they are adding new functionalities, means new screens. For example, you need some new screen, you are adding some 10 new screens to this SAP repository. To call that new screens, some .exe files and .dll files, new files you need to add. That files are nothing but will be available at kernel level. That is the reason whenever you update your software, along with your software you need to update your kernel also. Have you ever updated your mobile? So in your settings about phone, you will have some kernel version. Before upgrade, after upgrade, you check the kernel version will be different. So the programs report screens are at SAP repository. If you want to call them, your that representative .exe files and .dll files are at application level. So this kernel, along with the software, you need to do the kernel upgradation also. If you update the software, your kernel has to be updated. Not only for that reason, every software will have some bugs. Okay, for example, if you are running on T code, that page is not coming. If you search that problem, it is giving some error in some ST22 screen, SM21, you are getting the some log. If you copy that log in service marketplace, it will tell you this is the problem with your software, just update your kernel. Or else every week you will get EW alerts. We are having a solution manager system in our landscape. Every week you will get early watch alerts. In that alerts also, it will suggest you to update your kernel. In these situations, we need to update the kernel. This is what about kernel. Any doubt here? What is kernel exactly means? .exe files and .dll files, which will be located at application level or database level. Anyone?
Application level.
Application level. What is the location of kernel directory? The kernel directory location everybody knows, right? USR SAP SID sys exe run, right? USR SAP SID sys exe run. Some will have USR SAP SID sys exe UC and the platform. UC means Unicode kernel. In kernels, we are having two types of kernels: UC Unicode kernel, NUC non-Unicode kernel. The difference between Unicode kernel and non-Unicode kernel are simple. Non-Unicode kernel will support only two languages, English and German. When comes to Unicode, it will support more languages. That is the only difference. And remember, if it is a Java system, it should be mandatorily Unicode. If it is a ABAP system, you can go with non-Unicode or Unicode. But for example, if you are implementing SAP in Saudi Arabia, you want to import that Arabic language. To support that Arabic language, you should have Unicode system. If you are implementing SAP in English or Japanese, German, you don't need that. Not Japanese, German. Okay. But if you are implementing some other different locations, then you have to use Unicode kernel. Got the difference? Unicode kernel and non-Unicode kernel means non-Unicode only supports English and German. Unicode supports maximum 60 to 70 languages it will support. Important interview question. And what is kernel location? That is second question. USR SAP SID sys exe run. USR directory means application level or database level. Where you are having USR directory?
Application.
At application level, you are having kernel directory. And what are the files you have in kernel? Anyone? Okay, I'll open that kernel location. We'll check what are the files you are having there. Okay, can anyone tell me the location? USR SAP SID sys exe. UC means our kernel is what? Unicode kernel.
Unicode.
UC, this is my platform, AMD platform. Here I am having kernels. See, you know some executable files, msg underscore server.exe, gw gwrd.exe, disp plus work.exe, okay, br tools.exe, start sap.exe. See, all these exe files and dll files, this location, this kernel directory is having these locations: tp.exe, r3trans.exe. Without this kernel directory, your software won't work. The heart of your SAP software is dislocation. USR, SAP, SID, SYS, EXE, run, or you can say UC platform. Okay. Now, how to know which kernel version you are using? Another important interview question. How you know which kernel you are using? Simple. Log in into your system. Just go to system, status, see here you're having other kernel info, just click on that. So your kernel release is 753 and support package level for kernel also you are having support package level 600. What is the support package level? What is that kernel release? So at the time of starting of your kernel SAP software, you are having 460 kernel, 470 kernel, after that 620, 640, 700, 720, 730, 740. These are all the kernel versions. Right now we are using the latest kernel is 786, I think. Now we are on 753. If somebody asks you what is your kernel version, you go with this 753 kernel and support package level 600. What is this 600 means? For example, SAP is releasing 753 kernel. Every kernel means .exe files and .dll files, right? That exe files and dll files will have some problems, some bugs. After some time they will release a support package level 100, support package level 100. They'll do some corrections. If you need some extra functionalities, if new functionality is added, that new functionalities .exe file and .dll file need to be updated into your kernel. For that they'll release 200 support package level, then 300, 400, 753 kernel, 400 support package, 753 kernel, 500 support package level, 753 kernel, 700, 800, 900, 1000 support package level. After that they will release another kernel release. So in 753 you will get 100 to 1000 patch levels, then 760, 745, whatever kernel. If you take 720 kernel, that is also having 100 patch level, 200, 300, 400, then they release 740 kernel. Got it? If you update 753 kernel support package level 600 to 700, that is also called as a kernel upgradation. Okay, if you upgrade 753 to some 770 kernel, that is also kernel upgradation. It is not mandatory to change the kernel release. If you update the support package level, that is also kernel upgradation. If you change the release version, that is also kernel upgradation. Got the point? I'll show you that kernel versions, okay? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay, understood.
So if you go to service marketplace, A to Z alphabetical index, go to kernel K. If you go to K, you'll get that kernel. From here we need to download that kernels. See, kernel. In kernel also we are having 32-bit and 64-bit. In 32-bit means only non-Unicode. If it is 32-bit Unicode means Unicode. This is 64-bit non-Unicode, 64-bit Unicode. If you go to 64-bit Unicode, see, for example, 749 kernel is here. It is Unicode kernel. Okay, I'll open that. I'll go with the old kernel. Okay. This is what service marketplace. By using service marketplace, we need to download the kernel. Why no data? Why? Wait for 1 minute. See, to download this kernel, we have to download two files. One is sap.exe.sar, second one is sap.exe.db.sar. Remember this point. We have to download two files. One is sap.exe.sar, second one is sap.exe.db.sar. What is .sar format? .sar means SAP archiver. SAR means SAP archiver format. So you know WinZip and WinRAR, .zip files and .rar files, right? What is that meaning? For Windows it is zip files and rar files. For SAP it is SAR files. SAP is giving .sar files. Whatever the software SAP gives, mostly in .sar format only. To do the kernel upgradation, we have to download two files. One is sap.exe.sar, second one is sap.exe.db.sar. sap.exe.sar means database independent files. Database independent means what? Whatever the database, these files are common for all the databases. If your underlying database is HANA, Oracle, Sybase, whatever the database, these files are common. And this sap.exe.db.sar contains database dependent files. So if anybody asks you what are the files you download by doing kernel upgradation, means two files, sap.exe.sar, sap.exe.db.sar. Database independent file, database dependent file. Okay, so if you go with, if you unchar these, unchar means unzip. So .sar file, how you do unchar means there is a utility called sap.char. So SAP is giving .sar format. To unchar that, there is a utility called sap.char utility. sap.char is a utility. By using that utility, you need to unchar that file. See how you unchar means sap.char -xvf and the file name sap.exe.sar. So we have to download two files, sap.exe.sar, sap.exe.db.sar. .sar format. SAP is giving these files in which format? .sar format. See, all the files .sar format. My screen is visible. The file type is what? SAR files, SAP archive files. Means this is just like your zip rar file. SAP's archiving methodology is called as SAR. To unchar means to unzip, unrar these files, you need one tool. That tool is sap.char utility. sap.char utility. By using this tool, we need to unchar that. So how you do that means sap.char -xvf and the file name. For example, X means what? X means extract. V means verbose.
Update.
F means forcefully. By using this utility, you uncar this, and the conditions are what? Extract it. Verbose means in detail what you are extracting, please tell me. And another thing is F means forcefully, at any cost to do that. If you pass this statement, this command, it will uncar this file. If you uncar this file, what are the things you will get? SAP exe.sar means what? Database independent. All your SAP application related files. What are they? msg underscore server.exe. Okay. gwrd.exe file. Okay. And tp.exe. All these application related executable files will come in along with this file SAP exe.sar. If you uncar this SAP exe db.sar, for example, your database is what? See, my database is some Oracle. If I go with Oracle, here the database is operating system is AIX. Okay, my operating system is Windows, and my database is Oracle. See, you are getting SAP exe db means database specific. This is kernel part 2. See, if you see, kernel part 2 is what? 753 kernel part 2 SAP exe db. If I go with database independent, SAP exe.sar part 1, you will get that. What is the SAP exe kernel part 1 753 kernel. These two files, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is SAP exe.sar. Part 2 is SAP exe db.sar. What is your kernel, by the way? See, what is your kernel version? Anyone?
753.
753. Patch level?
600.
600. See. Now, next patch level is what? 700. 700 patch level, right? See, system, status, other kernel info. 753 kernel, 600 support package level. Now I want to update to 700 patch level. Can I do that? Yes. See, after that they'll release SAP exe 800 patch level, SAP exe 700 patch level. So you can directly update this or 900 or 1000. This is the last patch level, 1000. After that they'll release some next version. After 753 they'll release another version. See, if you go to 753 kernel, next kernel is 777. Next 781 kernel. These are the 785. Right now 789 is running. So if you go from 753 kernel to 777 or 781, 785, 789, that is called as a kernel upgradation. Or else within 753, if you go from patch level 600 to 700 or 700 to 800, that is also called as a kernel upgradation only. Any doubt here?
Yeah, can we apply from 600 to 1000, or we need to go like one by
Yes,
one?
yes. Now you are on 600, right? So you can directly download two files. One is database independent file. First of all, you have to select your operating system. What is your operating system? Our operating system is Windows. What is our kernel version? 600. So the next patch level is what? 700. Download this one. Just download. Double click on that. It will be downloaded. See, it is downloading. Next is what? You have to download another file. What is that file?
DB.
SAP exe db, right? You have to download that file. SAP exe db file, right? Okay, now go with your database. What database is yours? Your database is what?
Oracle.
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 To see database, same system status, you will find your database here. Oracle database, right? Oracle database, Windows operating system, and the kernel is 753 600 patch level. Okay. Now Oracle database. Now it will select Oracle. In this also you need to select SAP exe db 700. 600 is there. Now this is 700. In 753 kernel 700 patch level. You download this file. These two files you have to download. These two files, SAP exe.sar, SAP exedb.sar, to do the kernel upgradation. Are you clear with this? Any doubts here?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I show you one more time the location, how you need to go to that location?
Yes, sir.
Please relog in. Only 1 minute left. Relog in, I'll show you that location. How you check your kernel version? That is first question. The thing is, go to system, status, other kernel info, 753 kernel, 600 support package level. This is first way. Okay. The second way is go to SM51T code. Go to SM51T code. Interview question: how many ways you can check kernel version? One is system status, second one is SM51. SM51, and there is one thing called release notes. Hit on that release notes, it will tell you your kernel version. See, 753 kernel, and it is a Unicode, and patch number is 600. SM51 release notes. That's it. 753 kernel, 600 patch level, Unicode. These three you need to check: kernel version, support package level, Unicode or non-Unicode. The third way is from OS level also you can check. Go to your command prompt and hit disp plus work. Disp plus work. That's it. It will show you the kernel version. 753 kernel, 64-bit, Unicode, support package level is 600. These three ways you can check the kernel version. Now if I say update this kernel to 777, that is also kernel upgradation. If I say update this kernel to 753 support package level 700, that is also kernel upgradation. If somebody asks you, have you done kernel upgradation? Yes. What you have done? I have done 753 kernel from 600 support package level to 800 support package level, or 600 to 700, or you can say 753 to 777. Both are kernel upgradation. Now my patch level is 600 in 753 kernel. Now I want to update it to 700. So what I need to do? I need to log in into my service marketplace. I need to log into service marketplace. Go to support package and patches. For installation and upgrade done, go with this option. For support package, patches, kernel, go with this. For databases, go with this. The screen is visible?
Not visible.
No.
It's
No?
okay.
Yeah. For databases, this. See, if you go with the databases, you'll see all the databases. DB2, Informax, SQL, Oracle, Sybase, MaxDB, all these databases. If you go with the support package and patches and archive by alphabetical index, go to A to Z. K. Support kernel means K. In that you are having 32-bit kernel, 64-bit kernel. In 32-bit you are having Unicode, 64-bit also you are having Unicode. Our kernel is what, Unicode or non-Unicode?
Unicode.
Unicode. 64-bit or 32-bit?
64 bit.
64
So
bit.
go into this. Slow. Quest timeout. Yeah. 64-bit Unicode kernel, 753. Our kernel is version is what?
753.
Can anyone please take screenshot of this and post in the group so that you will understand what are the kernel versions we are having. Done?
Yes,
Yeah, yes,
done.
sir.
Yeah. So now our kernel is 753. So 753 600 patch level. I am going to 700 patch level. Okay, going to that. And what is your operating system? Windows operating system, right? So Windows operating system. First download SAP exe.sar. That means database independent files. So you will get one file called SAP exe.sar. SAP exe.sar. See, SAP exe 753. This is what patch level? 1000. But I want to update to 700. This is 800, 900, and where is my 700? Yeah, this is my 700. So download this one. This is part 1, SAP exe.sar. Another file is SAP exedb, database dependent. Now select the database. Oracle, my database is Oracle. Now you will get SAP exedb. SAP exedb. In that 753 kernel, 900 patch level, 1000 patch level, 800 patch level, 700 patch level. And download this file. These two files you are getting in which format? .sar means SAP archive zip format. To uncar these two files, we have a tool. What is the tool called? SAP char utility. SAP
SAP cache.
char utility. See, I have downloaded all these files already. I'll show you this. USR SAP trans new kernel. See, I downloaded three files: SAP char utility, SAP exe.sar, SAP exedb.sar. My screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It is not mandatory to keep these files at this location. Whatever the location, you just download into one folder called new kernel. This is the tool to uncar. These two are this is the independent files, these are the dependent files. I have downloaded. Now I want to uncar these files. If I uncar these files, what I'll get? First I'll see that. So to uncar that, go to your command prompt. Okay. First go to this location. C colon cd, change directory to that location. USR SAP SID a trans kernel. See the same location now. I am at the same location. Now give this command. Copy this name, that name, SAP char name. Paste. -xvf, extract verbose forcefully. Oh, where is that? is hyphen xvf space and your file name sap.exe.sar, right? I'm copying that file name. This is the command to uncar your sap char hyphen xvf and that file name. Just hit enter. See what is happening. You are getting .exe files and .dll files. You used verbose, na? That is the reason it is showing what it is extracting. If you don't use that xvf, it won't show you this. See all your kernel files, .dll files, .exe files, everything you are getting. So if you observe SAP exe.sar, SAP exedb.sar, SAP exe.sar will be more in size. Why? It contains these many files. Your tp.c 892 files extracted. If you go with disp plus work.exe, there is tp.exe, r3 trans.exe, okay, r3 trans.exe, start sap.exe, stop sap.exe, msg underscore server.exe. All your application related files will be there in your SAP exe.sar. Okay, can I uncar SAP exedb? The same command is same. Instead of SAP exe, I'll say SAP exedb.sar. The same location, na? See, enter. Some new files are adding. Only 39 files which are related to your database. If you check that files, what are that files? 32 files. db database related library files and r3 load, strdbs. You know this strdbs, start database command. r3 r3 load, r3 load method. Guys, you know r3 load method, right? This r3
Yes,
load,
sir.
strdbs.cmd. These 39 files are related to your database. 892 files belongs to SAP exe.sar, means application related files. These are database related files. All the files, application related and database related files, will be kept in your kernel directory. You uncar these files, right? Any doubt here? I have downloaded 2 files and by using SAP char utility, I uncar all these files to new kernel directory. I created one folder called new kernel. I copied all these things to that new kernel.
Trans.
Now the procedure will start. How to do kernel upgradations? Simple, guys. Remember, first, before doing kernel upgradation, first thing you have to do is back up your old kernel directory. What is your old kernel directory? Anyone? Go to
USR,
USR, SAP,
Yes.
SID,
SID,
sys,
EX.
exe,
EXE,
Unicode,
use.
this. Okay, I'll copy from here. Okay, otherwise I'll go with this. Okay, I'll copy all these things, right? Copy, just paste on your desktop. Simple. Backing up is nothing but copy paste. Why? If you got any problem with the new kernel, you can recover by using old kernel. That is the reason. First of all, you have to back up your old kernel directory. The first thing, without backing up your kernel directory, don't do kernel upgradation. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay, I'm renaming as old kernel. You are having old kernel now and a new kernel now. Simple. The next step, second step is stop your SAP services. How to stop services? There is one thing called services.msc to see the services. Go to your services and stop SAP services. Remember, we are having SAP services here as well as Oracle database services. It is not mandatory to stop your database services, only SAP services. See, SAP schema service, to schema service, host control, host executive. Only these four services. Just right click, say stop, or else from here also you can stop. Stop the services. Then stop SAP. How you stop SAP? If it is a Windows, you'll be having MMC by right click and so you say stop, or else from here also you can stop. First thing is backup your old kernel directory. Second thing is stop your SAP services. Then stop SAP. Okay, done. Now copy your new kernel directory. Where is that? Use recipe trans new kernel, right? See, I'm just copying this thing, entire thing, copy and paste it into your old kernel directory, your kernel location, original kernel location, usr sap sid sys exe uc. Here just say control V. If you say control V, paste, what happens? Already all these files with the same name are there, so it will ask you to, can I replace all? You say yes. Can I replace all? It will ask you to, can I replace all? You say yes. Replace the files in the destination, say yes. All the files will be updated. Next, start your SAP services. How to start? You know, by going to services.msc. And start your services. Whatever the services you stopped, right? These 3 to 4 SAP services are there. Just start these SAP services and then come to your MMC, start your SAP here, finish, check your kernel version. This is what kernel upgrade. Simple. The procedure is very much straightforward. Nothing is there. Copy paste. You have to download two files, sap exe.sar, sap exedb.sar. Then you have to uncar them. Okay, put all these files at one place. First backup your old kernel directory, stop your SAP services, stop SAP, paste all this new kernel to old kernel's location, start services, start SAP and check your kernel version. Simple. This is what kernel upgradation. But the thing is, when you are doing kernel upgradation, you might get so many problems. How you solve that? Everybody will ask you that. Only they will ask you how to do the kernel upgradation, what are the files to download, sap exe.sar, sap exedb.sar, and you need to tell them procedure. They will ask you, is it mandatory to stop the database services? No. Is it mandatory to stop the database? No. Only stopping of SAP is sufficient. You need not to stop your database services as well as database. Remember that. But when you are stopping the application, that means it is a downtime for your business, right? Stopping application means downtime for your business. Then what is there in wrong in stopping your database also? Yes, you can also stop the database. Why I need to stop the database? This kernel upgradation contains a few database related files also. SAP exedb.sar file contains some database related files, library files, binary files, right? So it is better to stop your database also. But SAP is not recommending to stop the database. It is not mandatory thing to stop the database services as well as the database. But in my organization, we stop the database also, database services also. You should answer like this. Why? When I am stopping the application means my business is downtime. At anyhow, I'm having downtime. What is there in stopping my database? Yes, I'll stop the database as well. I'll do a whole kernel upgradation. Then I'll stop my database, stop SAP, start SAP services, start SAP. That's it. Is it clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can anyone tell me the procedure? Wait, we'll write down. Okay, how to do the kernel upgradation? First thing, where to check kernel?
3 ways will be there.
Status.
3 ways: system
Okay.
status, by T code, and by release.
By which T code, ma'am?
SM51.
System status. First thing.
Status.
Second one is SM51.
SM51
Third one is
release note.
Sir,
at
screen
OS
is
level,
not visible, sir.
display
Command.
work. By using these three things,
Sir, are
we
you
can.
writing in a notepad?
Okay. Yes.
It is not visible, sir.
Okay. Where to check system status, then SM51, or else displace work. You can check in other ways also, but these three majorly we use to check the kernel version. What kernel upgradation you have done? Yes, just now you have done something.
Yes.
From
Kernel
753 to
753
support SPS 600.
Support
patch 600
patch level.
to
Sorry.
753
Kernel 750. Patch 700.
patch 700.
700.
You have done this kernel upgradation, right? Okay. To do this, you have to download two files. What are the two files?
SAP.exe.sar
SAP.exe.sar file and SAP
exedb.sar.
exedb.sar file. What is SAP exe.sar?
It is a
Database independent files.
In database independent. Okay. What is SAP exe.sar?
Database
Database
database dependent
Okay.
file.
For any database, these files won't change. SAP exe.sar files won't change, but depend upon the database, these files will change, right? How you uncar?
SAP
SAP
care.
utility.
By using SAP care utility. SAP care utility.
Yeah.
The command is SAP care
SAP. Yeah.
hyphen
XVF underscore file name.
exedb.sar.
and SAP
File name.
exe.sar. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum. बोल रहे? Walaikum assalam. So SAP care hyphen XVF SAP exe.sar. What is X? X means what?
Extract.
Extract. Okay. V means
post
verbose means what?
the details.
In detail. In
everything.
detail. What you are
In detail.
extracting, it will show you. Otherwise, it won't show you. F means
Forcefully.
forcefully. Okay. Extract, verbose, and forcefully. By using this, you need to uncar them. Then after uncarring, first thing, the procedure, original procedure. It's not started. Kernel update not started yet, right? No. First thing is
Stop.
backup.
Take it. Sorry.
Backup old kernel directory. Second,
Stop.
stop SAP services. Remember that. Then
Stop SAP.
stop SAP. Then
Replace files to kernel.
First to new kernel.
New to
paste into new
New kernel.
kernel directory, right? Sorry, paste new kernel files to paste
Old
new
kernel.
files to old
Old
kernel
kernel.
location. Okay, then Fifth one,
Replace.
Services.
Start.
start SAP services. Then start SAP. Then
Check kernel version.
check kernel version. That's it. This is what your kernel upgradation. Tomorrow we'll discuss all the troubleshooting part of kernel upgradation and what you need to do, what you need not to do, and how to do. If after mostly after doing kernel upgradation, your system will not start. That is the main problem. So how to start your system after kernel upgradation? That part we'll check tomorrow. As of now, this is enough for today. Any doubts from today's session?
No.
No?
No.
This is very important topic for your interviewer. They will ask you these many questions, and the troubleshooting part also. Tomorrow we'll finish the troubleshooting part, so that the kernel operation will be done. That's it. Chalo, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.